This can only mean one thing. That 455 is getting ready to go in the Firebird. Welcome to Firebird Fridays. Welcome to Turnin and Burnin, #1 channel, all things blue collar, and welcome to Firebird Friday. As you see from the other video, she's sitting pretty on all four wheels, pretty much in a roller, but there's something missing. Something that goes right in this area. That's right, I'm going to start putting the engine in. So I've never done this. I've never put a torque converter on a transmission. I've bolted transmissions up to engines before, but I've never installed an engine into a car like this by myself. I've helped some people, but never by myself. So the adventure begins. I'm gonna try my best to take you along and show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing this, because with this front end, as you can see, there are no places to bolt the motor down, so I'm going to have to fabricate those pieces. I have some pieces, I'm about to fabricate them, slide in here, and weld those in. So these engine videos may go more than one Friday at a time. Probably gonna chop it up to a few different episodes and get this in there, and hopefully some of y'all that are watching can leave some comments down there and give me some pointers. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to get started, and we'll go from there. Join me. So if you have been watching the channel, you saw the day that she was dropped off, and I ripped that bag open, gave you a tour around this Pontiac 455, but right now I need to get her into the car and set up and mocked up so I know how everything is going to fit. So what I'm going to do right now is, I hate to do this, I hate looking at this and how pretty it is and everything. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to take a look at this, but I may end up taking the alternator off, that way I can get my bolt in here to hold it. I'm not sure if I want to try to hold it right there with the chain to pick this up. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet, so that's what I'm gonna do. So bear with me, I'm not gonna bore you with all this part, but I'm gonna get her off this pallet right here. I'm going to remove these bolts here, pick her up with forklift, sit her on the ground, that way I can get everything ready and get her on the engine hoist and start working on getting her buttoned up. I can't even talk, I'm so excited. I've been waiting to do this for so long. I know there's so much more ahead, but just getting this motor sitting in place and seeing what she looks like in there is just it's a big deal to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her off this pallet and get ready, and I'll be back. As you can see behind me, I could not wait to put the motor in. Sorry I didn't take you along for that adventure. I'm just kidding, I'm not even anywhere close to done. I just wanted to see what she looked like in there. I just wanted to kind of mock the engine up without the transmission, kind of see what I'm working with. Not quite sure where she's gonna sit right now. She's really close to the firewall. I'm gonna have to do some research and kind of look at what some other people have done. I'll also notice that the oil pan is super close to the frame. I don't know if it's just because I don't have her in there correctly just yet, or if I'm gonna have to get another oil pan that is a little bit shorter, a little, smaller. I'm gonna do some more research on that. Golly, she looks beautiful. Cannot wait. We'll get that hood on there. It's gonna be like opening a diamond ring. Bling. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna call it a night. Like I said, this little series on the motor is gonna go kind of maybe a couple of videos in a couple of days. So I'm going to call it a night, and when I get back, I'm gonna pull the motor out and start doing some more work. But I'm very excited to see that. Stay tuned. I pulled the motor back out of the car after looking at it, kind of mocked up in there, and kind of see what I need to do. So what I went ahead and did is I had to go get some bolts and a bunch of stuff to get ready, and I have everything laid out on the table that I need to do. I went ahead and I got the transmission ready, put this on. Torque converter, got it already. Got all my bolts for the motor mounts and everything ready. Bolts for the transmission, I went ahead and mocked up this little adapter plate, and got the flywheel and everything ready to go. So let me show you real quick what I'm gonna do. Went ahead and bought these motor mounts, and this would be on the passenger side, and it fits really nice up in there. So I'm gonna pull these bolts out, put the correct bolts in there, and Loctite them and get them ready. And then on the driver's side, I can kind of show you. Let me put this up here. It doesn't fit up real well, so I'm gonna have to take a little bit of this rubber out. I'm just gonna kind of grind that out, get that bolted into place, and go ahead and get the flywheel put on there. That way I can get the transmission bolted up, and I can get her back to her home and see what I need to do for the motor mounts. This is going to be a tricky part. This side looks like it's going to work pretty well with the original from the old subframe. These are the motor brackets, and everything actually fits up in there real nice and good. But now the other side is going to be tricky because of this new steering, where the linkage is going to go. That's going to be in the way, so this is going to, I'm going to have to figure something out there. I don't know what just yet. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to start getting everything buckled and bolted up. Stay tuned. One, six, and she is put together. We got the flywheel on, as you've seen, torqued down to 100 foot-pounds, which was recommended. The motor mounts, what I went ahead and did on this side was mock this one up just to sit in there, and I went ahead and kind of test fitted the header, make sure it cleared, and it does clear. And then around here on the other side, right here, did a little bit of grinding, so wouldn't be touching this. Got this one bolted up. I don't know if I'm gonna use that bracket yet because that steering linkage is gonna be in the way, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on this side just yet. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is get this adapter plate tightened up, check where it's gonna be, and go ahead and get all these tightened up, torqued down and everything, and that way the motor and transmission they can get married. So let me get all that ready and we'll slap these two together. Sometimes you have to use a little redneck ingenuity. My little chair that I always sit on to use, I put the transmission on that and lower the motor down, and transmission is on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get her bolted up. As you can see with this adapter plate, because this transmission doesn't normally go on this 455, this adapter plate comes in and you catch these two bolts up here, and then you have your little stub that's poking out right there, and you'll take these bolts here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these bolts put in there, tighten up everything, and that way I can get up underneath there and get the torque converter bolted up to the flywheel, and from there we'll go ahead and get her lifted up. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and mock the headers up in there too before I slide her into the car. So let me get all them bolts put in there, and I will be right back. Well, she is all buttoned together. I think I'm at a good stopping point for this video. Take a look. We got everything on here. Everything is mocked up. I went ahead and put the headers on to see how they're gonna fit. I did not put the starter in there yet. I want to try to get much of this stuff fit up and try to slide it into the car. I'm gonna put my old shirt there. I don't want to scratch that new chrome. She's too pretty to get scratched up, but everything is in there, bolted up, and ready to go. I'm gonna have to do some more research. If you look up underneath here, maybe you can comment what to do there. The torque converter does not match up to the flywheel, and I believe I'm gonna need some little spacers or something to go in between there. I'm gonna have to go home and get on the computer and search the interwebs and check that out. But right now I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right now, and next video we will be getting her inside the car. This is very fun. I just want to thank everybody who's been following along in this adventure, in this labor of love build. I'm learning every day, every step of the way. I'm learning something else. It's just been a good hobby, something to kind of decompress. I'm really enjoying this, and thank you. And maybe hit that subscribe button and keep following along. We got all kinds of cool videos. But anyway, I'm not gonna drag up, but I'm gonna roll on up out of here. Adios.